welcome back one and all, where today we are looking at Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Before we get too far into this, a little bit of housekeeping. All gameplay is my own, captured on the PS5. No real spoilers in this, basically the first couple of hours of the game. If you do like this, maybe hit that like button, consider subscribing, hit the bell to stay up to date with all the videos, and of course, let's get into it. So now guys, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I want to stress this video, I do not like Borderlands. If you are looking to play Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and you are also the same as me, you're not a big fan of the Borderlands games, yet the trailers have been a little bit exciting and the way the internet has gone, it's actually got a bit of traction and actually looks quite good. Is this game going to be for you if you didn't even really like Borderlands? That's what this video is all about, so if you're in that same boat with me, let's go. So, the story. So, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands doesn't skip a beat, jumping straight into, of course, you meet Tina, your dungeon master. This is pretty much the whole game is a Dungeons and Dragons fun fest, so that's really good. You are the main character, or known as the Fate Maker. You pick a class, abilities, and spells. Don't worry, all this can change and alter as you play the game, so you're not married to each decision, but that is... you're just thrown into the world. You learn as you go, following Tina's overworld voice as she makes commentary about your gameplay and story. This actually works really well. Mixed with the world that's created, I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would. Borderlands comedy is a bit of a hit and miss, and it's still here, but I'm not gonna laugh, there were actually some moments where I thought it was very funny. Caught me off guard. I was expecting some kind of really stupid humor with no real payoff, but a couple of moments were stupid humor, but enough stupid humor to go, haha, yeah. That's pretty good, actually. In saying that, be aware that I have seen Claptrap makes an appearance, and oh, I shuddered the second I heard his voice coming. I really don't like that character. Apologize to you Borderlands fans, but as soon as he rocked up, I was like, oh no. Anyway, the main story objective is interesting enough to keep you going, if not for the insane amount of side quests you are given. So you're basically given no choice to otherwise do these, otherwise you'd be very quickly underleveled. One of the main issues I had was I was enjoying the story so much, I was beelining that story, and then I was about the level 12 mark where the story objectives were level 17. I was that underleveled, I had no choice but to go back and do these side missions I just didn't care about, just to experience the story that I want to. So keep in mind there is that expected grind. But of course there's a metric shit ton of guns and spells at your disposal. They do end up being somewhat the same, unfortunately, but they are normal guns. However, weaponry is more along the crossbows and medieval weaponry, but it's still really fun, and these spells are fantastic. The giant ice balls you can rain down for damage and freeze effects. Oh, that was really the most beautiful part about the game, is using these spells. Graphics are of course on the Borderlands comic and graphics medieval fantasy thrown into the works. Surprisingly well done, especially for the spells and abilities like I mentioned. The array of colour, I really did like that. I only noticed maybe once or twice a few render issues in graphics when 100%, but they were very few and far between and not enough to really break your momentum. Something worth mentioning is the overworld that I find really graphically amazing. It was my favourite part. Your character shrinks to a comical level with a giant head that traverses the overworld locations, and that's how you pretty much fast travel, and it was really good addition to the game and different to the Borderlands formula. It was actually, I don't know why, it was my highlight of the game, was that overworld, because it just looks so pretty, beautiful, and nice and easy to traverse. Now, sound design was good, not great. Voice acting really stands out, especially for Tiny Tina and all your companions. But the sound of the weaponry, music, especially with boss battles, nothing worth too crazy commenting on personally. But that's just my opinion. Overall, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, if you don't like Borderlands and you're willing to give this a go, I do think you will enjoy this much more than Borderlands. The game still suffers from some things that make Borderlands less enjoyable for myself. However, with the possibility of co-op, grab someone like a friend or family member and make the grind less painful when you're trying to get to that story mission. Tiny Tina's, I would say, is a bit of a missed adventure at the moment. Unfortunately, with all the side missions, it was a bit of a drag where I would have preferred to hit that story running hard. But down the track with DLC coming out, it might have a lot more to offer and be a little bit more substance to the game. But anyway guys, that's just my opinion on Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Good, not great. Don't like Borderlands, give this one a go. It might change your mind. but overall, not the best game that's come out in the last couple months. I wouldn't be looking at it for Game of the Year at any point in time. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have you played Borderlands games? What did you think of those? Are you going to play Tiny Tinas? Let me know of that. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, hit that like button. Consider subscribing. Hit that bell to stay up to date. And of course, I will see you all in the next one. See you later.
The houses get put back together. The crowds are cheering for you.
Thanks! I love me too!